be doing our meditation, as we always do every week. Man, the weeks have just flown by. How does that time feel for you? Okay, we're gonna start with some breaths. Kevin has learned the tools, the effectiveness of breathing, primarily on airplanes. So let us take a breath in and think of all the tension and stress in the body. On the inhale, and as we exhale, all that leaves the body. It's very dreamy and peaceful and grounded. I don't know what Kevin is doing. I can see movement. Maybe I'll close my eyes so I'm not mocked by him. What are you doing? He's eating medication. Back to the meditation. I hope everybody's grounded this week. It's another Tuesday. We're toward the end of the year. And I just want peace and joy for everyone, including Kevin. Yeah, man. What'd you take? Did you take a Xanax, man? We're achieving greatness and peace without drugs, man. Hey.
I didn't. I wasn't taking any pills.
How about this one? And hold it in there. Take it, Kevin. Take that. Grab that. There you go. Take a big hit off that. No, you gotta hit it. Hit it. Take it back. Yep.
I don't do that stuff, man.
No, here's the point, man. When you do that, and it's like people think it's the weed that's making them mellow, but what about that inhalation and then holding it in and then exhaling? That's what relaxes everyone. Then they get stoned. That's a different story. But I like the what do you call it? The miming of the marijuana joint. So
the faux passage.
Good evening, Anita.
Hi, Anita. Did I see the Facebook Messenger you sent about the referees during the Packers-Lions games? I did. I did. It was a hard game for me to watch. I have to be honest with you.
I bet on the Lions.
I'm not going to lie. The Lions are playing some good football, but my team has owned that group for the last 30 years. So
it's only as good as your last game. So it's it hurts. It's gonna hurt bad. I mean, look at.
What's up, Joe?
Joe, what's up, dude? Joe's ghosted me. You know what I want to say to Joe? You, Joe. I mean that with the great affection and love that you deserve, whatever that is. So, the Packers got cheated. What?
I think so. There's. Listen, are we going to go out on a limb today and say that there's a certain referee slant that happens with certain teams?
I want to say hi to Patrick first.
Go ahead, say hi to Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. What's up, buddy? Go ahead. What's the slant?
Can I say something to Patrick too, before we get back into my comment? Thanks, Michael. I was coming with a good and clean heart today and being kind.
We're getting punchy right away. We're only a couple of minutes in.
You're getting punchy.
Are you pointing at me? Are you pointing at me right now?
With a clean heart. That's what's going on.
Were you just pointing at me?
I'm not. I was. I'm not going to fall into your trap of getting punchy today. So
let's
you
go
can
back
be the punchy one. I'm just going to be loving and with a clean heart. So, Anita, yes.
Back on.
The referees definitely got cheated, in my opinion, too. But that happens to certain teams, right? I think I know I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but certain teams get certain calls at certain times of the year, if that makes any sense. But hey, Patrick, I loved the comment you made on Clay Connor's post where you said kudos to Kevin Sucher's Docksiders, and Clay responded, "Hey, I'm in the band too."
I didn't know he was in the band because I went to Monday's Dark last night at the Pearl, the 11th anniversary show, and the Docksiders were performing, and I didn't see Clay. I saw Derek and Aaron and you and no Clay. So I understand what Patrick's. He's got to actually remind people that he's in the show if he's not going to play in the show.
We didn't see him there either.
Yeah, I like him when he plays, and I not that I was disappointed because it wasn't lacking. You had a horn section with the Monday's Dark Band, but the guy is part of the outfit. So I think have Clay call me. Well, I want to talk to him about this situation. I actually was disappointed. I thought he was going to be there. You told me he was going to play.
Yeah, well, we worked at getting his approval, and it took some time to get that worked through to have him join us on stage. And I don't know. Am I running for office right now? Should I be political, or should I keep it honest and truthful? Patrick, thank you so much. I know you do, my friend, and we do you as well. So thank you so much. And Anita, thank you for the congratulations.
What's going on with your
I'm
microphone?
glad you're headed to. Is my microphone not right tonight?
It's good now, but when you're kind of off of it, it's like you have a compressor that's not engaging or something.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So, and I'm happy, Anita, that you're going to Notoriety Gives tonight. There's a big show still.
Ooh, put it up.
Before we go any further, let's just throw that graphic up. Michael and
cool.
team has worked really, really hard on this tonight. 7:00 cocktails at 6:30. Notoriety, the easiest place to park on Fremont Street. Get down there, support this incredible cause tonight. Concerts for a Cause, benefiting the Nevada School of the Arts with the incomparable Bucky Hurd, one of the Righteous Brothers tonight. Right? Are you taking care of everybody's parking tonight? Is that how that works?
No, there's a charge for parking.
Do people get a lottery ticket when they walk in?
That's a Reckless in Vegas thing, man.
That was a great gimmick, man.
Yeah,
I love it. It's really good. That's really good.
$3,200. I hope everybody was happy. I hope some people won. I think out of all the leftover tickets, I think I pocketed about $15 back.
There were a couple of people that told me that was the reason they were going.
Not the show. They came for the
They said they went for the free tickets.
Yeah, I appreciate. We were talking about this earlier. It's hard. This business. Vegas is oversaturated, right? And with sports added to it, it's a challenge. And even for big shows, even for the Cirque stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, onward positivity. The Cirque shows, even major headliners, they really, it's even Ticketmaster has gone to far lengths to stop people from scalping and doing all kinds of stuff because the money grab is on. But for small shows, man, it's no mystery how difficult it is to sell tickets. And why was I saying all that? I'm a little ADD today.
I wasn't listening to you. I just took a bunch of pills while you were meditating. Everything's a little fuzzy. And like my pill box is like
empty.
It doesn't shake anymore.
Yeah. Did you need to re-up? You want me to call the guy for you? Yeah.
No. Yeah. I do.
Dude, big week for you guys. Speaking of the Docksiders,
don't blow it up.
Don't be modest. It's very cool. It's cool. I mean, though it may not mean shit to some people and maybe not to you, but I think it's an impressive. Look at when you were at Notoriety.
I'm very grateful. I'm not saying it doesn't mean shit to me, but listen, there's a lot of worthy acts here that are also worthy of the award. And quite honestly, you're very worthy of that award. And we don't take it lightly, but Nevada and Las Vegas, our hometown, is full of incredible talent. We're just honored to be part of Bucky Hurd, Christine Schebeck, Ms. Monet. I mean,
you started. You got to keep going. You don't leave anybody on.
Elisa Furr. I mean, Marco Tool. I could go all day. I could go to my friends list on the Facebook and just read everybody. Patrick is incredibly talented percussionist. Like Joe Nasser. Like there's so many incredible people in our community. But at the end of the day, like we've talked about this offline before. It's nice to be recognized.
What were you recognized for? What was the award?
Oh, we were recognized for best use of sequins in a Las Vegas production, which is very competitive award in Las Vegas.
It
right?
Sure is, yeah. On and off the stage.
On and off the stage, yeah. We won the best resident performer headliner award, which was surprising.
In that category, you're up against some majors, so it is cool. Look at it to me. I mean,
come on. If you want to call Donny Osmond major, then I guess we were up some majors. Give me a break.
The point to me is that people love you and they took the time to vote. It's a voting platform, and if people don't vote, you can't win. And so that's the piece, that people actually care about what you're doing enough and love you enough and enjoy your music enough and what you do to take the time to vote multiple times, multiple days over a period of, a couple of months it runs or something. I don't even know how it works, but right.
I think it's like 3 weeks, and we canvassed for votes, right? We said we've got fans all over the country where we play. Let's see if they respond when we put the call out and say, hey, we're up for this. We've been nominated in these categories. If you have the time and you feel up to it, go for it. And it was really cool. It was really kind of cool.
And then so you canvassed it, you did a campaign, you went for it, and then you win it, and you're like, hey, it doesn't really, we're grateful.
No. Okay, I see what you're doing.
You're going like this. You're going, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. What are you looking at?
No,
look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. What are you looking at? I don't care.
I took pills today so I could deal with this differently. So see, I'm not even going to red line. I'm not getting right. Well, you listen. Did you not complain that we get a little too prickly with each other from time to time, and that you know, I'm leading with my heart and my love today for you, and my support for you. And I mean, let's talk about how busy you are for someone who's retired. We talked about this an awful lot. Hold on, Murray. Sit the fuck down.
I don't mean to interrupt, guys.
Why would I think he would listen to me, right?
Yeah, Michael's an asshole. I didn't try not to do language on the show, but Murray Sawchuk, celebrity magician here. And listen to me right now, guys. Listen. All that matters is that you guys do what you love. And if you can get paid to do what you love, then you've won the game. It ain't about awards. Of course, I won many of those awards. You know that, right? I almost slipped into a Donald Trump there. John, sorry. John did a minute ago. Murray Sawchuk here. Anyway, I'm going to disappear now. Kevin, you got any questions for me? You know how successful I am, right?
I love you, Murray.
I'm from Canada. You know that, right?
Let me know when you want to co-host.
I'm about to throw up. I don't want to co-host your bullshit store. Show. That's a show, not a store. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got my residency to go do over at the Stratosphere. And I'm grateful. And Murray Sawchuk, bye. He sounded like he had a cold? A little bit, huh? A little throaty.
Could have been.
Yeah. Well, kind of, yeah. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Everything all right? Everything good? All right, good. I'm about.
That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty good.
Yeah, good to see you. Yeah. Hey, take your clothes off. That's great. All right.
You could do that next time you do Legends.
Next time, I've never done Legends. I actually, you don't know this about me, but years ago, I was in an acting class, and yeah, exactly. That's
my
right.
Friend Michael. That's my friend Michael from
Michael gets it. Michael gets it.
Yeah. Michael, we talked about this yesterday. We had dinner together with our wives before the Monday Star show, and we talked about like growing up, the more sarcasm you got, the more it meant you loved somebody or you were invested or you had made it into the sort of relationship, if that makes sense. It's hard when you have such a softie like Shapiro over here who has this like really faux hard exterior, but really is truly leads with his heart with everything he does. He shows up the right way all the time, is a bright, shining example of the way friends and relationships should be. And I strive for that. And I fail. I'm human. I admit my shortcomings, but I love you, man. I'm here for you today.
Man, that's fair. That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me. The conversation last night must have been impactful. It's either sarcasm is that or
no,
or
you bought dinner.
You were stroking me because I bought dinner. It's either sarcasm is affectionate for dudes or whatever, or it's just an inability to use some intellect and talk about feelings and deeply connect. And
Dora Jean is a woman of many words.
All right, yeah, Dora, you got to write something. Hi, Dora. Dora and I are going to go to Dennis Bono next week, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, I'll see. I think we're doing that show on the 19th.
You do that show a lot. No, the 20th. Oh, it is the Christmas show.
We will be there. We were asked to join the Christmas show, and we will be there that day. And
hey, man, I get to be in the audience again and watch you perform.
Well, if you wouldn't have retired, maybe you'd be on the stage with us.
I'm not going to go through this again. I'm not retired. I'm actually retired from producing my own show. Okay.
Oh,
let's clarify that for a minute.
Let's just make sure. I'm gonna put a banner up. We're gonna leave it run for the rest of the show.
Could you put my website there and put in the tip bucket because there's no money coming in.
It's just the tip bucket from now on. That's all we're doing.
Just the tip bucket. You see that gold Les Paul behind me?
That's a beautiful guitar. Does it have P90s in it?
No.
Are those humbuckers?
It's a 57 reissue. It's got burst buckers in it. Listen, I'm about to sell that guitar because I have no revenue coming in because I decided not to produce my show. The
That's
good
great.
news is, yeah. So, anybody want to buy that? It's a beautiful guitar.
Let's put it up for auction on here, like
Do
I
it
paint.
right now. Yeah, like the painting. God, we both put paintings up.
My fucking painting's still right here.
I got my painting just got put out in the garage. Actually,
I think my mother took it when she was here last time. Took it home.
for the 10 people who are on viewing us right now, if you weren't involved in this early on when Kevin and I started this 41 episodes ago, this is 40 episodes ago. We elected to paint and then auction off our prospective paintings and donate it to charity. And no money went to charity.
Michael and his wife have an incredible business where they personalize and do this great artwork, and they have a wonderful business. They sell lots of pieces to retailers and online. Anyway, Michael, just the tip bucket from us to you. Please make it happen. We'd love to sell it on our show. We'd love to give you the profits for it. And you know what? Listen, Dora Jean was saying she enjoyed what I was saying, and I was talking from my heart, and I meant every word of it, Dora. And I'm showing up for Michael the way my friend needs me to show up for him. And Brian Greenfarb, who is the sexiest Jewish Santa Claus I've seen in Las Vegas, holiday list. I'm still waiting for my holiday list. Brian, add what you think I should get for the holiday list as well, too.
Brian had a good idea just now. You could make Murray pencils.
How great would that be?
It's so simple. I mean, you have to make it. This is a paintbrush. Oh, you know what? When a magician shows the back end of the trick, it's done. I just blew it. I'm going to break them.
You know what we should do is we should make a straw that has the little hair on it. We should call it the straw chuck. The Murray straw chuck.
Yet again. Put
your lips on him.
Going back to our wives connecting last night and talking about not knowing when we're being serious.
Was my wife a little prickly with me last night at dinner?
I don't think
She's
so.
talking about liking other dudes and stuff.
She mentioned a ginger.
Other redheads, right? Like she was in front of me.
Are you sensitive to that?
It's my wife, right? Should I not be sensitive to that?
I notice beautiful women and beautiful men, and I point them out to my wife all the time. She points out. We were walking through the park one time, and this guy, look at this guy, and he had no shirt on. It was summertime, and the guy was ripped and beautiful, and we had a conversation about it, and I want her to notice that and support me in noticing that. And so it's okay to be sensitive about it too. What is that for you though? She loves you. You're married for how many years? You're not going anywhere. Would you rather her notice that and not say anything or just not notice it?
Yeah, I don't say anything when I see pretty women to her because I don't want her to feel bad. But she's all the time looking at men going,
no, she's
oh my
not.
God. Look at the one pack on him. He's got a better kegger than you do, big man.
She's not doing it that way, man.
Like that. Always.
Okay. Well,
I'm waiting for her to type some shit in the comment.
Yeah, she's not even listening today, so we can talk freely. That's probably why you're going there. Yeah,
I'm just going there. I'm not. She's the best ever.
But does it flare something up for you? Does it bring out an insecurity for you?
No. It gives me material to do at the table, right? Because we are one and the same. Right? We look for the moments to perform, even if it's just the four of us sitting at dinner. That's what makes our dinner so much fun. Guys, have I told you how much I enjoy the Shapiros and their company? We had so much fun. It was such a beautiful gathering of love and heart at this table. And the food was fantastic. Have you eaten there before?
I years and years ago. Well, actually, I think it was called something else when it first opened. It was called 9, I think, when it opened. So no, I have not eaten there. It's called, what's it called? Scotch 80 or something?
It was really good. Yeah. And we had a dinner of all we
had not to mentally punch. Who, me or him, Aaron?
Me. She's not talking to you. Why would she be referring to you? She's talking to me because I was giving her shit.
Can you center yourself again, please? Or
I'm trying.
Or open it up.
This camera. Here, let's open it up. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is the way you like it. So this whole vacant space in my room where you got all that. You can
cut it. You're right. Cut it because it looks terrible.
Let me try to get to the other software that recenters.
The substance of our show is our backgrounds. That's about the most entertaining part of the show. And Kevin has a little work to do. He's got half of the room finished, the other half. Thank you,
I
Aaron.
haven't yet put pictures up on the closet doors.
I don't know if you can do it on the out one. You can't do it on
the out one.
Yes, you can, because the one slides in front of it. You can. I put foam up on those before, man, but you can't put it on the inside door.
Brian wants to see the guitar we're bidding on. I'll start the bid? Let me start the bid at $250 for that.
You're out of your mind, dude.
Let's start. It's got to start somewhere. What are you talking about?
Really?
It's got to start. You got to start low. That's how it works, man. That's how you get people engaged. Start at 250. I put up the first 250. Going once, going twice. Sold for 250. Brian, your vote was way late, dude. I bid 250. I closed the bid. Michael, I'll give you my address. Can you just Uber that?
This actually was not. This is not the reissue. This is actually a 2003 standard off the floor Guitar Center somewhere in Oregon. However, it is a very special guitar, and there are initials. Can you see that? Can you see the initials that are?
I can't. I'm trying to recenter my camera because you're complaining about it.
See that right there?
What does it say?
That's Michael Drunk carving in Ty Longley. He's the guy that died in the Rhode Island fire with me.
Oh no,
the guitar player. Yeah, and I was
That's
drunk.
Great. You were in that fire, weren't you?
I was, and I was pretty drunk and having a pity party. And I just, first of all, I threw this guitar across the room into a painting, which ripped a hole in my painting. I have the painting. I had it restored. The guitar, not a scratch on it, and then I proceeded to carve this into it. So this guitar is not up for bids, and it's also got a lot of, it's been played. It's got this all the rash on the back. Can you see the rat? Look at that. Oh, dug into it. But this is a tremendous guitar. It's one of the. In fact, the reissue I got is a very expensive gold top. I called Patrick Genovese from Gibson and said, "Hey, what are the pickups in this guitar?" And I switched the pickups out to match this. It's closer, but I still prefer this one. Name dropper. Patrick Genovese is he's actually a really great musician, but he's okay. I'm not dropping names. I find that. I thought you were going to be nice to me.
I'm being that.
Guess what I was listening to today?
I don't know what we were listening to today.
Listening to I started with Steely Dan on my walk, but then I got into some Hall & Oates, and I don't understand why some of those songs are not classified as yacht rock.
Well, I'm going to send you an article, and I'm going to send you a link to the HBO Cinemax documentary that I made a cameo in recently that explains what yacht rock is. So
who's dropping names now?
Listen, and it'll tell you why Hall & Oates is not yacht rock.
Forget about all the backstory. Just musically speaking, what's whoa, here she comes, Maneater,
Canny.
So the one before that I was listening to, the first one that came up was, I can't remember what song it was, but it's smooth. It felt like if you didn't know, if it was put out by a known yacht rock band that qualifies, it'd be fine. The music on its own in itself. I'm not talking about some of their more soulful stuff and some of his melody lines. He's got, a little different kind of edge to it and pocket, but man, come on, dude. Tell me why. If you didn't know, okay, but Toto's a yacht rock band?
Toto's 100% yacht
rock. Because they're California?
No, because they're the musicians that created the genre. They played on the majority of the songs. They played on the Steely Dan stuff. They played.
So it's not about music then. It's not about the
well, it is and it isn't. Like there's a definitive list. The OGs that coined the term yacht rock are these comedy writers. And what they did is they created criteria to make something yacht rock and not yacht rock. It's called yachtornyat.com. There's a list where they rank songs by their yachtiness. Now, songs are yacht rock. Certain artists would be considered potentially not, such as, I'm gonna let a cat out of the bag. Last night we played Footloose at the show.
Kenny Loggins.
He's number 2. He's the second guy on the list of most yachty.
Michael McDonald.
But his song is not yet. That song we did is not.
Doobie Brothers weren't, but Michael McDonald was in Doobie Brothers.
Correct. Right. There's a fine line between classic rock and soft rock and easy listening and yacht rock. But see, we've talked about this before, so I don't want to go into it because we'll just bore people. But you know what I mean? Like it's up for debate, right? Like it's
just
up
bore people as if we're going to bore them
Yeah.
at some point. Because I was bored 8 minutes ago.
Oh wow, Brian Greenfarb, thanks for coming to the podcast today. Just when we thought we weren't going to get prickly, my friend Brian Greenfarb is going to start pointing out some stuff. There we go.
He did a $500 bid on the guitar.
Okay, I see what's up, Brian Greenfarb.
What's
How
he
do we
saying?
ban someone from this?
I don't. When you have 10 people
says-
watching,
Max Yacht Rock Special, Kevin Sucher 6 seconds, and Yachtly Crew 5.4 minutes.
did they get that? They didn't get that much.
No,
coverage,
they
and
didn't.
They got
They
no
didn't.
interviews. It was
He's
just.
trying to rile me up, right?
Yeah, I get it, Brian.
He's coming after me.
Let me defend you a little bit.
Why?
Kevin.
Why?
Hold on. Take a breath, man. You take another one of your pills. Brian,
Hold
Kevin
on.
actually had dialogue in it, and Yachtly Crew only was visual. But Yachtly Crew did get, to Brian's point, Yachtly Crew did get a credit. How do you explain that?
Give him credit.
Oh, yeah.
No, they didn't.
How do you know, Kevin?
Because I watched the end of it, Michael.
To see if Yachtly Crew got a credit or you got a credit?
Yeah, it was important.
Yeah, I love that you admitted that.
Sure.
Dude, Billy Gallagher's on, man. Billy, you were missed. I sent you a text last night, but you were definitely missed. Kevin and the Partial Docksiders killed it. There was a lot of great acts, and the sound, I'm particular, and Kevin is really particular. But how did it sound on stage to you?
It's challenging.
It was not loud enough for vocals, or what?
Well, it was very challenging because we perform with our ears,
Yeah.
and when you go back to a stage where it's just
wedges.
a general setting,
Yeah.
and there's two wedges, there's only one sweet spot for one person to stand, and it's hard to then walk around to area. I like to perform
the stage
to the crowd, and when you walk off access a little bit,
That's surprising, right? Isn't that surprising? You get used to and you go whoa, and you go right back to the hot spot.
You search for videos of people put up, and you kind of listen, and you're like,
Yeah, Billy. But front of house though, I mean, you came out and listened a little bit. I just felt like the drums were too loud. There was definitely some mic gain structure issues. It sounded to me like he was getting gain out of EQs rather than set the pre-fade gain to it and then polish it from there. I don't know who he is, and I don't want to knock sound guys.
I've only been here 2.5 years, but in a city that's as entertainment heavy as Las Vegas, the majority of the rooms sound like shit here. People have, there's a couple really great sounding rooms. Don't get me wrong, and there are a lot of the larger sort of theater sort of rooms. But man, you'd think that there would be sound professionals here that could really do some great work in some of the rooms here. But I might be a tough judge on that, though.
Yeah. If you don't mix it, you think it all sucks. But Billy's my favorite front of house guy in town, and I love him. Tom Fletcher's very good too, but he's old school, right? And he hasn't modernized, and that's we're done with the tech talk. What do you want for Christmas, Kevin? You got a Christmas tree set up there? What do you guys do over there? You got a tree up?
We're Jewish, and we celebrate Hanukkah, and I thought we told you that before when we first met.
I thought you did both.
We don't. We have a Hanukkah bush that has.
Don't talk about Aaron like that.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We have a Hanukkah bush, and we just we put a lot of empty boxes on it that are full of hope for peace for the world that we live in.
Oh, good luck with that one. Why don't you wish for something that's in reality?
No, it is reality. We put that out into the world, and we open these gifts that are full of hope. And we talk about what we want to be in that box and how important that is to us. And we believe that it starts with us. So it starts within our hearts. It starts within our world. And then we can help spread that to others. What do you want for Christmas? You celebrate the Christmas, right?
We do. I put some wreaths up today, and I actually wired some lights in there. So when Julie comes home tonight, I'll be gone. I'll be at concerts for a cause, but when she comes home, she'll see this illuminated light that's between the garages. And then I put one out front. We got a tree. We're putting what's the stuff called that looks like trees that you line everywhere? There's a name for that stuff. Somebody help me with this one. Brian Hopkins, what up, brother? I think
buddy. Brian, I'm thinking about you, my friend, and I hope all is good. And I can't wait to see you real soon. And Michael Stanley, you're right. Yachtly Crew did not play a Christmas show for Cub Swap Pack 17 in 1987 like you and I did.
You're right. They played a Hanukkah show back in '87, so that was the difference, guys. I don't know why you're comparing. Comparison is the thief of all joy, and
Whatever.
I don't want to ever hear Yachtly Crew again until I go see him perform. I've never seen him perform. I don't give a shit, but I feel compelled. There's been a lot of talk about these guys.
The Christmas Jew is piping back up again with Hanukkah and Christmas both fall on December 20th. Hey, Brian, no more Yachtly Crew on this podcast. Sorry, my friend.
Look at him, and he's wearing a Christmas. He looks like Santa Claus in his profile.
Aaron and BT say Garland.
Okay, so Garland, right? So we're putting some of that stuff up. So yeah, we dress it up. Her parents are coming to town. Christmas is a big deal. I never had an issue with it because my holidays, including Thanksgiving, growing up as a kid with my stepmom, who's passed away, they were always a shit show. It turned out she would take pills and booze, and by the time the meal was cooked, it was like horrible environment. So I equated that with holidays. So when Jolie came into my life, she's won me over with holidays, and I kind of like the spirit, man. So all I want is I want all my friends to be happy. I don't need anything. I don't want of anything other than the kind of what you talked about. I like people to be kinder, to more joy. And
As I've gotten older, I have found, like, and I'm not bullshitting because I bullshit a lot, but I have found. Just wanted to let everybody and our 6 people know that I do bullshit quite a bit, and I've been told that people can't tell when I'm bullshitting, which is kind of the art of why I'm me. So
your wife said that last night too,
right? Yeah. Right. But what I really enjoy now more than ever is finding people that can create joy for me and that I can create joy for. And that's it. Like, no more, no less. It's just that simple. I love the simplicity of that, right? And listen, Kay, you're not wrong. It is the most wonderful time of the year. And it reminds me of a song. And it goes like this.
What?
Go ahead.
The Wonderful Time of the Year song?
Yeah.
That's the thing, too. I don't know any. I know that song kind of, but I don't know it enough to slay it. You do it. Tinsel, Michael? No, Patrick, nice try. Yeah, we got the Garland, man. Appreciate that. Jewish Santa. Okay, great. Kevin, I just figured out what I want for Christmas.
What is it that you want for Christmas?
I want that. What's the green thing on your couch back there, the little dude? What is that?
That's a little, it's a little Frankenstein pillow.
Can I have that for Christmas?
I'd be happy to let you have my
wrap
Frankenstein.
it.
Yeah,
I'll wrap it. Yeah. Okay, man. I'm thinking if we can get her Paige Strafella next week.
That was easy to get out.
Podcast. Yeah. Strafella.
Paige Strafella.
You know that last show we did. I was trying to introduce Louis Armstrong while I was playing, and I was like Louis Armstrong. So in my best thinking, I thought I would repeat it. I did it again, just like that. So, what's your most embarrassing moment on stage?